Hello, everyone. I am Kathy from Kathy Creates, where I try to inspire you to create. Come on in. This is my segment on Craft Around the Clock, and we are going to get started here. I've got this adorable little snowman kit to show you tonight. It is available on our website. When you get here, say hello. Let me know you're here. Mom is going to be pulling names for Happy Mail, so make sure you're commenting, and we will get started. So when you get here, let me know you're here. There we go. There's Miss Cheryl. Hello, my coffee drinking buddy. All right. So this is a brand new kit, hot off the presses tonight. I just cut it when I got home from work. So this is a little stand. It's a 3-piece stand. It goes together, and then this sits inside the stand so it stands upright. Now I don't want to flip it too much. Hello, Miss Karen. I don't want to flip it too much because all these pieces are going to fall off. But this is what we're going to start with, and it's going to be adorable. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we have a couple pieces to the snowman. And if you'll notice, the little eyes and mouth are scored in, so you kind of have an idea of where to paint them on. I did not cut little circles because those are very tedious to put in. But this is the brim of his hat, as you can see. We have the brim of his hat. We have a little birdie that's going to sit up there. And then he's got his little carrot nose. Okay. And then the rest of these have the little snowflakes on the letters. Okay. And then the snowman makes the O. And then we have, whoops, over here. It's backwards. Okay. Hello, Anita. Yes, I made it. I'm here. It's been crazy, man. Let me tell you. I know it's been a minute since I've been live. I didn't go live at all last week. Last week was crazy. Bob injured himself. And we had doctor's appointments. We had MRI appointments. All the things. And he's scheduled for surgery next week. The next Monday, he's going to have surgery. So I'm going to paint this background. It's called Blue Haven by Deco Art, Americana brand. Okay. We're going to paint that. And instead of sponging it, since this is kind of a larger piece, or do I want to? No, I don't think so. I think we're going to use just a brush. And we're going to go towards the edge so we don't get a bunch of excess paint. And really, the only parts, you're not going to see a ton of this because it's going to mostly be covered. What you are going to see is going to be from, in between, like the little snowflakes or in the center of the letters, that sort of thing. We are going to do that. Now, we aren't going to just use wood on this. We are going to embellish his little hat. We're going to put a little evergreen on there, maybe a couple little berries, maybe some teeny pine cones. We're going to embellish him up. I think this guy is going to be adorable. We're doing this together for the first time. I designed the kit and we cut it, and I literally just cut it tonight when I got home from work and posted it to the website. So make sure you guys are commenting. Mom is going to be pulling names for Happy Mail, and since I wasn't live, there isn't very many Happy Mail entries, so you got a good shot of winning this month. So make sure you're commenting. This is probably going to take 2 coats. This is a lighter color. And the lighter colors do tend to need a second or maybe even a third coat, depending. Okay, so I'm going to try not to get a ton of excess paint here. There's Miss Tracy. Hello, hello. We're making another cute little snowman kit. This one's brand new, hot off the presses. So now keep in mind, if you do get excess paint, we can always sand it back if we need to, because this piece goes down in that slit. And that slit might get too small if we have too much paint in it. We will see. Welcome, Gail. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. We do Happy Mail drawings here once a month, usually on or around the 13th of the month. And to get into that Happy Mail, you need to be commenting. And then my mom has timers set, and she will post names as she pulls them. Okay? All right, so we've got our first coat on. Let's go ahead and give that a quick dry. Hello, Cazette. Cazette, is that how you say your name? Welcome, welcome. I'm going to get this dry real quick, and then we're going to put another coat on. Oh, thank you, Gail. I appreciate that so much. Miss Gail Gray, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So how's everybody's weather? We're supposed to get snow tomorrow for Halloween, so won't that be lovely? I remember one year when my kids were little, we had so much snow, it was on their costumes. They had winter coats on over their costumes. You're all good, girl. So yeah, I don't know that it's supposed to be quite that bad. I mean, it was a pretty good snowstorm that year, but I don't think it's supposed to be that bad this year. I think we're just supposed to get a few flurries. And I figured let's roll out a little snowman, a cute little kit here for first snow in Northwest Ohio. What is everyone going to be for Halloween tomorrow? I cannot disclose mine yet because I do have a few coworkers that are followers and we have contests, so we can't disclose yet. But tomorrow I will post pictures of us, my department. We are doing something jointly together. Oh, thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. So ours is a group theme costume. And I think it's going to be super cute. My mom did a ton for it this year because my mom works for me, if you guys didn't know that, and my 9 to 5 job as well. So not only does she help me with Kathy Creates, she also works for me at my day job. So she did a ton of the work this year for our Halloween. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We're going to hit it one more time. I made the cutout. The cutout is from our website. This is one that we designed. And it's linked in the up in the description. And then, Mom, if you could pop the link in here. All right, I think that's going to be good on this. Yeah, right there's the link. Okay, so we're going to set that aside for right now. We're done with the blue, so we can put that away. And now let's move on to the white. So for this, well, this did get a little bit of the, wipe that off a little bit. I got some stuff on it. Oh, you're welcome, Gail. Okay. So we're going to paint all of this white. Not his hat, not his nose, but all of these get painted white. And then on all the snowflakes, we're going to, pardon me, my strap is sliding down. We're going to paint or put some glitter on it. Because, snow's got to glisten. I'm debating if I want to do it to his face. I don't think I'm going to do it to his face because I want to paint on the other pieces. Okay, now for these smaller things, I am going to use a sponge. I love to use the makeup sponge. You just dab it in, load it up good, kind of dab it off because you don't want all that excess paint oozing all over the place here. So we're going to just dab up and down. And this prevents a ton of extra paint from getting all over the edges of your piece. Now, if I used a brush on this, I would have a ton of excess paint. Okay, now if there are little itty bitty pieces, I usually tape them down, but these are pretty good size, so I'm not going to. I think I can handle these. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. From North Dakota. So have you guys gotten the snow yet? I bet you have. We're just supposed to get some sprinkle or some flurries tomorrow. No accumulation yet. Thank goodness. I'm not ready for that. We haven't even got our leaves out of the yard yet. We still have a bunch of leaves. Because either my son or I have to do it this year because Bob cannot. His knee is not going to allow him to do those sorts of things. Oops, get out of there. I knew he was pretty bad off a week ago Friday. It wasn't last Friday, but the Friday before, he called me at work and said, yeah, you need to come home. And he told me what happened and that he could put absolutely no weight on his leg. More tonight. Okay. Snowing again, winds picking up here in North Dakota. Oh, I bet. North Dakota is no joke. He could put no weight on it. So off to the ER we went a week ago Friday, which then, that just starts everything in motion. Then you got to go to the, follow up. And so let's go ahead and dry this because this is definitely going to need another coat. Oh, thank you. He's having surgery on next Monday. Next Monday, he's having the 6th. He's having surgery. So if you saw my post last week, my sweet mom came over last Thursday. I went to the lumber yard. Normally, Bob gets the lumber and cuts it for me. And obviously, he could not do that. So I went and got the lumber. And my mom and I were out there cutting all the wood. Because we cut it into like 12 by 24 strips, hunks, segments, whatever you want to call it, just because it works better because we mask everything because I don't like it to have that burnt. It gets like around the edges. If you don't put a mask on it with the laser, you'll get some of that like smoke residue, I guess is what it would be called. And it's hard to paint over, and I don't like that. So we mask everything. And our mask that we use comes in 12-inch wide rolls. And the same with our sticky back. It comes in 12-inch wide rolls. So it just works better. Our laser can cut bigger, but we've just designed everything around that. Now, we can cut bigger, and we have, but for the most part, that works well for us. So we had to cut up all the, 4-foot by 8-foot sheets. Well, they cut that. I did have them cut them into quarters, so they were much easier for me to handle. And then Mom stood on the other end of the saw catching them. Yes, I like the smell too, but I don't like it to have the residue because then, like I said, it's difficult to paint. So that's no fun. And I just got a ton of paint on the edge of this. Let's see if we can get that cleaned up. Don't like that. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I love the smell of laser wood. I love the smell of any wood burning. It smells so good. Okay, this is going to take 3 coats, I think. So we're going to try this one more time. That's the first time I ever used the table saw. And it is a little scary, I'm not going to lie. But we did okay. We did just fine. Bob wouldn't watch. He came in the house. He's like, he helped me get it set up, get the settings on it right, the right depth and the length and all of that. He set it up for me. But then I used it. And I hauled all the wood in from the vehicle and did all of the things. And then my poor mom got covered in sawdust and she was catching it all. But we got it done. Girl power, right? I mean, you got to do what you got to do. We got it done. Oops. Okay. All right, I think 3 is going to do it. Too scared to by yourself. Yeah, it is. Like I said, it's a little scary. I've seen my husband do it, and I've been the one on the other end catching it many, 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 many times. So I kind of felt okay about it because I've seen it done enough that, I knew how to do it. And I've used his other power tools. I've used the other saws. I just hadn't used this one yet. So no time like the present. So it's a good thing I learned how to use the laser. I learned how to use the laser over the summer. So I pretty much can use that. There's a few things that I still need his help on. Girl power rocks, you got it. There's still a few things that I'm not comfortable doing with the laser. Like I'm not comfortable cleaning it because you got to tear it apart, and I'm not okay with that. He's still got to do that. But as far as using it, I'm okay with it. Okay, I think we're pretty good here. I think we're going to stop. I'm going to dry these. Miss Cheryl, look at you getting Happy Mail entry. You won one last month. Okay, we're going to make sure these are good and dry because I'm going to go back with some glitter and some Mod Podge. We have a Boss laser. It's very big. I think the bed on it is 24 by 30-ish, maybe. And it has drop-down sides. So we can put bigger pieces in. All the front, the back, and both sides open, so we can slide pieces in that are bigger. And so then we can cut much larger things. Okay, these are good and dry. So let's set those aside though for right now because I want to make sure they're dry because I only want to put the glitter on the snowflakes. Okay, so here and here. I don't want it on the whole letter. We're just going to set these guys aside. And we're going to move on to some other stuff while we let those good and dry. Okay, so we're going to paint our hat black. Then we're going to go back. Oh no, I'm froze. Well, if I'm froze, just go out and come back in. All right. So for the black, you know what? I'm going to cut this because I don't need a whole sponge for this. This is a very small little piece. So if you've never done that, you can just cut your little sponges. And that way you're not wasting a whole sponge for something small. If you don't have a lot to paint, it's sometimes easier. I always just hold them down with my nail. Okay. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing great. This is good because now we're going to have plenty of time to embellish. I'm just eyeballing this. I'm hoping I got this lined up right. I think I do. Let's test my theory here. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Then we're going to let that dry for a minute. Okay. Do I see Miss Cheryl Cochran Turgeon? Look at you, girl. You're here. Hello, hello. Cheryl is in the house. All right. So what I want to do is go around and I want to make sure I've got very little paint on this. Because I want to just kiss the edges all the way around. Let's start on here where it's not quite so obvious. Just going around and just barely touching our edges here, as you can see. And I don't have much paint left on this sponge, which is perfect. If we get a little too much, we can always sand it back or go back over it with the blue. Right there, I got a little much. So I'm just going to go over it with the blue. With my finger. I want this all to look like it's a little bit snow covered. I'm getting too much paint. I'm going to make sure that edge is better. I'm not going to worry too much about the bottom because that's going to go down in the base. Getting too much again, so let's see if we can. Go back and fix it like we did the other piece. Okay. A little much down here, so we're going to cover that back up. I don't know how many of y'all, do y'all paint with your fingers like I do? I do it a lot. I do it at shows all the time. If I see something that needs a little touch up, I usually carry like some black and white paint because that's typically what needs touched up. Okay, I'm not sure if that's going to show up, but as you can see, we just kissed the edges of that. All right, now I'm going to try to do the same thing on the hat, but this is making me nervous. Let's get more of this off. I just want a dab of paint on here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Almost like it's distressed, but we're doing it with paint. That actually turned out perfect. See how that did that? Okay, we're going to do the same thing on all of this. Okay, perfect. We want it to look like it's just got a little kiss of snow on it. All right, so let's get that off my fingers. Thank you, Cindy. You painted your window yesterday? Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you telling people to do that. Let me get some of this paint off. Okay, so let's go back in now with our Mod Podge on these snowflakes. And let's put some glitter on them. So we're going to put a little Mod Podge on our plate. Now I am going to take just a little, let's see if I can find a good one. Let's do this one. Just a little brush. I want to control where this goes. Okay, because we're going to put a little teeny bit of glitter on this. Thought about using glitter paint, but I think glitter definitely stands out better. That's what we're going to use. Let me pull up one of my old plates here. My old paint palette. This looks like a fall palette. I'm just going to put a teeny bit of glitter on that. You guys see the sparkle or not? I'm not sure that's going to show up for y'all. But it's got just on the snow, which is what I'm going for. Okay? We're going to do that on all of our snowflakes. We're going to put the Mod Podge And then we're going to go back with the glitter. Mom's talking about the subscription box. Yes. If you aren't aware, I have a subscription kit or group club. And we've been doing some amazing things in it. I have last month's right here, so I will show you guys when we get done here. This month is just about ready to ship out. I'll probably be shipping it out on Wednesday. The last pieces I needed just came from Amazon today. So, because I changed my mind at the last minute. That's woman's prerogative, right? We're allowed to do that. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I really like this. This is from Hobby Lobby. This is the Fine Diamond Holographic. And what I like about it is it doesn't shine yellow. A lot of times clear or white glitter shines, it's got a yellow tint, and this one doesn't. It's a little more iridescent, but it does not have that yellow tint, which is what I like. And this is just from Hobby Lobby. It's just their brand. Doesn't have a brand name on it. It's just the Hobby Lobby one. I think Miss Karen Nicely signed up for my make and take, so she's going to be joining us on the 11th to make our sled. If you're not local, I've got you covered. Even if you want to make one of those sleds, I've got a craft night in a box for you. Very similar to our subscription group. You get everything you need to make it. It has all the pieces. It has all the paint. It has the paint brushes, the ribbon, the floral, everything. It's very much like my subscription group. Matter of fact, it's exactly like my subscription group. So if you want to try it out and see what it's like, that would be an excellent opportunity for you. Okay, so we're going to set those aside, let those dry, and we're going to work on our face of our snowman, and we're going to work on our nose and our little bird. Okay, so we have some orange over here we're going to use for our nose. The subscription group is $39 a month, and that includes shipping. And like I said, everything you need. And I will show you the last one. Do I have the candle here? Thought I had the candle on the table. Maybe not. Okay. I don't know where the candle is right now, but there's a candle that goes behind this. And that's got an acrylic window behind this. And then it glows with the candle. And you got everything you needed to make that kit. That was last month. The boo sign behind me was one. The hey y'all, that was one. We've done a lot of fun things with it. Okay, and our carrot nose is done. That's easy. Okay, so our little carrot nose, and it's got the little score marks in it already, if you can see those. So that is done. Cheryl loves hers. It is pretty. It's a fun kit. I liked that one a lot. Now this one is gorgeous that's coming out. It is a Christmas themed one, because we'll be doing it the end of November. It goes out the end of or the beginning of November, and then we do it on a live craft night together. So I walk you through everything step by step. We're going to make our little bird yellow or red. We'll make a little cardinal, and we're going to paint his little beak yellow. Okay, let's do his little beak. I think I'll use a teeny brush to do that. And then yellow out. You love snowmen? You have to join the group to get each month. Sometimes I have leftovers that I sell. Not always. Like right now, I have no more of those. That's it. Those are gone. I only had enough acrylic to do the kit. I had one extra and I already sold that. So those are done. I can fix that. Can you hear me now? Let me plug it back in. There we go. Are we back? Okay, good. Sorry about that. I thought my mic was charged, but apparently it is not. So we don't have to worry too much about these because, you know, these are supposed to be coal. So if they're not perfectly round, that's okay. Mom, I'm not sure if you heard, but can you post the sled kit link? Make sure it's not the make and take though. So those that are local, I'm doing a class on the sled. But if you're not local, no fear. Like I said, we've got you. We've got a kit that we can send out to you. Yes, that does mean that. So the kits are done in a private group. I do a reveal every month, so you see what you're missing. And then if there's any extra, I will sell them. There's only been a few extra because I buy all the pieces based on the number of people that are in the group. So there's usually not many left. All right, we are going to paint this. I think I want to paint this blue. I think I want it to match that. So I shouldn't have put my blue in the water. So we're only going to paint the top one. There's no need to paint the other two because they're going to be completely covered. So we're going to go ahead and paint this. Yes, there's the sled kit. So that is $39, just like the kit, or just like the subscription group, and it gives you a taste of what the subscription group is. It's exactly like the subscription group. Now that I will be doing a live on my regular page. I think that one's scheduled for the 15th of November. But there's always replay, and all of my kits that are the full kit, the subscription group kits, come with instructions. So if you miss it, you can always go back, watch the replay, and or look at the instructions to make it. Oh, that's fine, Gail. Absolutely fine. I understand. And I usually do post the pictures from the group. They send me their photos when they're done with the kit. And then I post those, and I usually make a reel and of the whole night of our time together for our craft night. I have a good time. I bring them on camera with me so I get to know them. Miss Cheryl is one of my subscribers. And we have a good time. I feel like I know her she's been a faithful follower of mine for quite some time now, and she was one of the OG subscription group members. And it's nice that I get to put a face with a name. You all get to see me, but I don't get to see you. So it's nice that I can put a face with a name, and I bring them on screen with me. Facebook will allow me to bring up to 3, so whoever gets there first and wants to. You don't have to. But if you want to go live with me, then you get to go live with me. We have a good time. Aww. Yes. And Cheryl says she loves me and Mom. Mom's always on too. Mom is an honorary member. She gets paid by product. And so she always gets to do all the fun stuff with us. And we do know that Miss Cheryl's crazy. Oh gosh. Gail, I'm sorry. I know how bad that stinks. Okay, I think we're good here. All right, so let's start putting this guy together. I think we're all painted. Let's put them together. So we're going to start with our base. So you have a solid wood piece. This is plywood, okay? These are MDF. They're smaller. They're thinner. We're going to stack 2 of these on top of each other on this wood base. Sticky back, you just peel off. You line it up and you press it down. And that's it. That's together. No glue, no ooze, no nothing. Okay? We're going to do the same thing on this guy. Miss Cheryl, look at that. You got a Happy Mail entry. Make sure I put this on right. Okay. See, then this fits right in there like that. See how that's going to go? Okay. We're going to go ahead and put our pieces all together now. Now, what I do suggest before we start gluing things down, well, not gluing, but sticking things down, is I suggest that you lay out all your pieces first. Let's go ahead and put our snowman together. Yes, that is the beauty of our kits. Our kits are super easy. There's rarely any glue. Now, there's a couple. The sled, you need glue because there's just not enough real estate for me to put the sticky back on. So the sled does need glue. But 99% of our kits are all the sticky back. All of your detail pieces are going to be the sticky back. On the kit, the words Merry Christmas are the sticky back. Okay? So, our snowman is together. So we're going to lay our pieces out. Oh, you know what? I wanted to flick him. Before we put him on here, let's flick him. I wanted to make a mess. So let's cover up this part. I'm going to make a mess. Okay, I wanted to flick him, make him a little messier. Okay. And I'll do the paint pen after. I've got a little idea I want to do with the paint pen. Let's do this. So we're going to stick him here. He goes like so. And this guy goes here. This guy goes here. And this guy goes here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this guy is so cute. Welcome, Darla. Cheryl, you like making a mess, huh? It's fun every now and then. You just gotta do something. And a pro tip for anyone peeling these off, sometimes people have a hard time peeling them off, especially if you have like acrylic nails. So Dollar Tree sells those little, I don't know what they're called. I don't know if I've got one handy. They've got the little pointy end on one end. And oh, here's one. They've got this little pointy end on one end, and then they've got this on the other. My mom and others have used this little pointy end to peel the sticky back. I'm so used to it that I have no issues with it. I wanted to make his cheeks pink. Hold on. Let's see. Do we have enough on here? We do. So I have a little bit of this aged mahogany. And we're going to put a little, just a teeniest bit on his cheeks. So I want him pink. I don't know how I'm going to get under his nose. I should have done this before. See if we can do it up here. It's okay. So you can see we put just a teeny bit of pink on there. Just takes a tiny bit. Okay, so we got our S on, so let's do our N. How are we doing? We got 5 minutes. Ooh, we got to hurry up because we got some embellishing to do. Quit talking, Kath. Okay. I always suggest laying your pieces out first before you start doing the sticky back, because once you do the sticky back, you're one and done. There is no going back with the sticky back. You can peel it off, but you will ruin both pieces. So you got one shot. So I always lay things out first. Miss Karen. Isn't it cute? I love this little guy. Yeah, anybody with acrylic nails, or if you wear like Color Street nails, they have a hard time peeling these. So get yourself one of those little Dollar Tree tools, and it works so easy. I promise you won't have any problem then. Okay, all we got left is this, our little bird. And then our embellishing. We've got 3 minutes. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. So these together. Okay. How cute is that? How cute is that? Isn't that absolutely adorable? Okay. So let's get rid of that. Let's lay this down. We're going to do a little work. Okay. So I got these tiny little evergreen pieces that I want to put on his hat. We're just going to glue those on. I got my glue gun going over here. I'm honestly not positive I'm going to put his little bird on. We'll see what it looks like. I don't know if I want that, because I want these. Where did my wire cutters go? So I got these little berries. It's just one of those little strings, but I'm going to cut the ends off because they're too long. We're going to poke these down in this evergreen. Give it a little color. Let's make this one a little shorter. Okay. And then, where did I put my twine? Here it is. I have some little red, white twine. I've got 1 minute. I'm going to make the teeny tiniest little bow ever. And we're going to put it right there. And I've got this, just this red and white baker's twine. Okay. cut a little bit bigger piece. I'm going to wrap this around a few times. Give this a quick tie. And then we're going to call it done. I don't know that I'm going to use the bird. I thought I wanted a bird, but now that I'm seeing this with the evergreen, I don't think it needs it. But it does come with the kit, so if you decide you want it, it's there. So we're going to cut this, glue it on quick, and we are done. Oh, that's precious. Okay, we are done just in time. Now, you could put some evergreen around the bottom of this, and maybe some fairy lights, which I probably will. But look how cute he is. Isn't that precious? All right, guys, my time is up, and I am going to let you go. But if you're interested in the kit or any of the kits, just head on over to the website. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.